Hey, also this is the Bewitched Ballroom event. This is Dark Slayer and Arcane Killer. So this is my main Dark Slayer team. The middle card normally does between 2 and 5Q. Then I made up a Water Slayer team and a Dark Commander team as well. Those will likely be used on the multi-bosses. So let's talk through my main team. The first card is the event ultimate form Ballroom's Bewitched. This has an upgrade skill, creates a lot of power gems, plus increases Dark Slayer damage by 275%. Because of the amount of power gems it spawns, it makes it a really good card, plus a decent damage increase. There's a revive and turn delay on the card as well. Moonbest Monarchs. This gives the next Dark Slayer a 560% damage buff, used to boost up Giant Clans Unleashed. This has a massive self-damage increase of 725%, making it the best hitting card I have for Dark Slayer. Then Starbound Exterminators. This has a passive that permanently increases Dark Slayer damage by 200%. Then finally Ruthless Power Hunters, with a nice 315% damage increase. Then for the relics, first one here is one of my best relics, just an immortal relic. Noble relic here. Chaotic relic. Then the final two should be the arcane relics used to break the shields. There we go, that's what I have for the relics. My other Dark Slayer Arcane Killer cards are not very good. I'll just bring these up. This is one of them, Kitchen Magicians. Doesn't really do too much other than a slight increase to attack. Then the other one I have is Custodians of Fate. Another slight increase to attack. So for my team, the event ultimate form was pretty much essential. I simply don't have any other decent Dark Slayer Arcane Killer ultimate forms. The Water Slayer team over here is just a generic team that I often use for events. It's one of my best overall teams for Slayer. I often use this team as it's one of my best overall Slayer teams. Frozen Hellspawns is the first card. This increases Water Slayer damage by 200%. The next card is Holiday Saints. This gives the one card a 500% damage buff. Can be used on both Slayer and Water Commander cards. Sovereigns of the Dance. This is 5 pink stars, 5 times awakened. One of my best cards for Water Slayer, increases self-damage by 300%. Leviathan's Hairs. This has a nice attack increase, 1300%. Then Wings of Valor, increases damage by 330%. Then the Dark Commander team at the end. This is quite a decent team, mainly because of the middle card. Let's talk through this quickly. This team has Frontier Mavericks. This increases Dark Commander attack by 1500%. Draconic Pantheon, with a nice 550% damage buff to the one card. Lost Covenant, 6 pink stars, 5 times awakened. Always going to do good damage, even though it's just a 300% increase to self-damage. Covenant of the Eclipse increases Dark Commander damage by 300%. Then Nightmares of the Tropics with a 285% increase. So there we go, that's the teams I have available for this event. It may also be worth trying the Jailers on the team if you can get that passive that delays the enemy's turn by 2 going on the event ultimate form, since this boosts up Arcane Killer attack by 1200% whenever a hero delays the enemy's turn. That's the teams I have available, plus a few ideas. So let's get on with the actual event. Here we go. Alright, and here we go with the actual event. There's a couple of prismatic bosses on the screen that are perfect for testing out my teams before I prestige up to the maximum a bit later on. So some of the enemies do have Thorns, which is probably the most difficult skill to deal with this event. Let's give my Dark Slayer team a go here. This should do pretty good damage, if I get a decent board, I should one-shot the boss. Alright, so in testing, the best activation order has been 4, 5, 1, 2, then 3. So let's give that a go and see what sort of damage I do. Hopefully it will be pretty decent, but we will see when I get the hit going. That's not the best of boards. It was better before I activated the middle card. Let's see if it's enough to take down the boss. Not quite. I'll try and get another hit going. That wasn't an optimal board. If the board is good, I could probably hit for around 5 to 6 Q, but as I mentioned, it all depends on the board, unfortunately. A lot of luck involved here in that respect. 2Q, though, is pretty much the minimum sort of damage this does. Right, here we go again anyway. Let's see if I can get a better board this time around. That has potential. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, nothing loose again, unfortunately, so it's not optimal. 1.7Q, boss defeated. Not terrible, but it's not the best boards, not hitting as much as I have hit for earlier. Now for my Water Slayer team. Hopefully this will do enough damage so I can take down a multi-boss level using the team. That's the ultimate aim of testing out this team. Let's give it a go. Alright, here we go. So I think left to right is probably the best activation order for this team. I've not tried this out yet though, as I haven't had any high level multi-bosses. Let's see what this does anyway. Could be potentially good. It all depends on how many power gems are loose from the main match. And as you can see here, none of them are loose, unfortunately. So this will be a minimum damage sort of hit. That's still not bad, though. 227 Q. Now, this boss does have thorns, so it may be a bit harder than the previous boss, depending on if thorns hits or not. I do have a revive, plus I'll quit out after I do my next attack. Just trying to get a better board if I can. You can see how much damage Thorns does, though. If the battle goes on for too long, then Thorns could be potentially a nasty problem. Right, let's see what the board looks like anyway. Again, nothing loose. Not getting very good boards today, unfortunately. Well, there's another sort of minimum damage hit with this team. Let's try the Commander team. Now for the Dark Commander team. This has given pretty surprising results in previous events. It's easily my strongest Commander team. Let's give this a go. Alright. So again, I'm going to go left to right with this team. See how much this hits for. Now, I just need to find out if this is a good option for the multi-bosses or not. More than anything. Let's see what sort of board I get. Now that's actually not too bad. As it's a commander team, I will move in the 1 gem like that. And then see the damage. 416.5. So that's not bad at all. Pretty decent option. I don't think I need to do another attack with that, as that was a decent hit. So some pretty decent teams this time around. The Dark Slayer team is definitely my best one, but it does rely on luck, unfortunately. The boards can vary pretty wildly. I may mix up the order that I use the cards in, or I can try and get some more Awakening on the middle card to power up the team. There we go. So it is the special Halloween event this time around, so we have these special bosses. These normally spawn every 5 to 10 minutes or so. I'll take down this one and see what items I get. This team should be able to take down any affinity of these bosses. Dark against dark here is not normally recommended. Let's do the same activation order as I was using on the solo bosses. Hopefully a decent board, but it doesn't really matter too much, as I'll still defeat the boss anyway. Yeah, that's not a bad board. One loose power gem at the top. This is a 1 key attack as well, rather than the 5 times battle boost. There we go, boss defeated. Then you get these candy items. Here we go, this is what I got this time around, a bear and a cupcake. Then that's used to hatch Phoenix. Here's the one I have. Need to get all of those treats and then I will be able to hatch it. So as with previous events as well, you can get this up to 6 pink stars, which means you need 6 of each Fennec. That's not going to be easy. Anything lower than 6 pink stars is not going to be that effective. Ballroom Beasts. It has Relentless, Mute, Blind and Regan. Now Mute is extremely powerful, so if you can get this up to 6 pink stars, it's going to be an absolute killer warden. One of the best wardens in the game so far, so definitely worth going for if you think you can do it, but it's going to take an awful lot of work, unfortunately. But there we go, that's the Halloween feature. Let's go over to the event collection. Unfortunately, it's Legend Souls this time around. Not going to be too exciting for most players. Let's go ahead and claim all of this anyway, though. There we go, that's that done. You got the gems and the orb of EXP, a couple of decent items in there. Right, there we go, that's the treasure trove, summoning coins. There we go, that's that done. All right, let's go over to the Ultimates page. Claim the support hero, then take it up to 6 stars. See what I get from the random bonus hero. There we go, that's that done. Let's see what I get. This is always fun. Bonus hero. Oh, that looks like the main hero from the current event. That's a pretty good result. Let's have a look at the event ultimate form in more detail. So this actually looks like an amazing ultimate form, if I'm being honest. Plus you could have got an extra pink star if you got it yesterday. Upgrades all dark power gems by 3 ranks. Increases Dark Slayer damage by 275%. Plus creates 20 dark power gems. Plus only 2 turn cooldown. Plus it has a revive on the card as well. And a turn delay. So huge amounts of power gems plus a decent damage boost. Maybe not the highest damage boost, but all those power gems makes it a really good deck in my opinion. If you can only get the one card, getting the card with the damage boost is the best idea. That's Duke Lupine de Gallant. You can see here the upgrade skill plus the increase to Dark Slayer damage plus the revive as well. So that's pretty much all the best features on the one card. And there we go, I think I'm pretty much done with this video. I hope you found that interesting and helpful. As always, if you do have any questions or suggestions regarding this, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to help. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is always very much appreciated. I've included a playlist on the screen that has all my Legendary Game of Heroes videos in. You can also subscribe from here if you want to do so. And thanks for watching.